Okay, so what really separates a hit song from a true global phenomenon? It's not just a catchy melody. Not anymore. It's a meticulously crafted formula, one that's designed to conquer your eyes and your ears. Today, we're going to deconstruct that very formula.
You've definitely seen this look before, right? This high-energy, almost explosive visual style. It's become the signature of P-pop superstars like SB19.
And it's not just in the Philippines. This aesthetic is becoming the visual language for new global groups everywhere. You see the color, you feel the energy, that polish.
It's pretty much the signature of a whole new wave of global pop. So you know the look for sure, but do you know the precise science that goes into it? And maybe more importantly, what does this world actually sound like?
First things first, let's break down that visual formula. You know, the part that's engineered to grab millions of clicks before you even hear a single note?
Now, what's so interesting here is that these aren't just suggestions. They're basically hard and fast rules. The blueprint is super strict. Backgrounds have to be bold and vibrant, never just plain white. The text has to be big, 3D, and just pop. And notice the layout? It's also so clean, open, and fluid. There are absolutely no frames or boxes hemming that energy in. It's all designed for maximum impact when you're scrolling through a crowded feed.
All right, so we've got the look down pat, but the visuals? That's just the shiny packaging. What's the actual sound of a song that's been built from the ground up to go global in this day and age?
To figure that out, we're going to do a little technical autopsy on a fictional 2026 hit. We're calling it Toyfriend, a huge collaboration between P-pop kings SB19 and the Japanese powerhouse BE. It's the perfect case study for us. Toyfriend would exist in this really cool emerging genre, Pan-Asian pop, or A-pop. And this shows the core tension of the whole formula perfectly. The sound itself, it's kinetic, it's bubbly, it's instantly catchy. But lyrically, it's diving into something much darker, what the source material calls the transactional nature of modern love.
So let's get into the sonic skeleton of this track, the technical choices that make it feel the way it does. And believe me, this is where the engineering gets really fascinating.
Okay, the tempo is a driving 122 beats per minute, which is perfect for dance pop. But here's the secret sauce. It's not just a rigid, robotic digital grid. The percussion actually uses what's called swing quantization, and that gives it this human-like, groovy feel that's pulled straight from New Jack Swing.
Now let's talk about the chords and see how this thing builds. I'll tell you right now, this is not your standard 4-chord pop song. The progression is rooted in B-flat minor, sure, but it's pure jazz pop sophistication. I mean, look at these chords. We've got major 7s, half-diminished chords, but the real magic is in that last one. The key to the whole thing is this F-dominant 7 sharp 9, which a lot of people call the Hendrix Chord. Its sound is described as dissonant, tense, and even a little unhinged. It's the perfect musical metaphor for the song's theme of being a plaything. It's literally the sound of a wind-up toy being wound too tight, right to that point just before it breaks.
Now you might be wondering, with 2 full pop groups on one track, how do you keep the vocals from just sounding like a crowded mess? Well, the engineers use some really clever tricks. They use something called Formant Shifting to pitch down some of the background layers, which creates space and adds this nice bulk. At the same time, they use tube saturation on the main vocals to give them that rich, warm, analog sound that just cuts right through everything else.
And the clever details, they don't stop there. On the main hook, they use a very specific effect called Slapback delay. It's this super fast, single echo, and its purpose here is pure storytelling. It creates what's described as a cold, metallic reflection, making the vocals sound like they're echoing off the inside of a plastic toy box, which just hammers home that central metaphor. So cool.
All of these intricate sonic details, the swing, the complex chords, the vocal effects, they're impressive enough on their own. But they become even more incredible when you find out how a track like this actually gets made with 2 massive groups thousands of miles apart.
This really is a tale of 2 cities. The collaboration is asynchronous, meaning SB19 is recording their parts in Manila, while BE is recording theirs in Tokyo. The huge challenge then becomes, how do you make it sound like they were all in the same room at the exact same time?
And here's how they pull it off. The engineers do this absolutely crucial step in post-production called phase alignment. It's a technical process that makes sure the sound waves from both sets of recordings are perfectly in sync. This gets rid of any weird audio artifacts and creates the flawless illusion of a single, unified performance. It's a seriously incredible technical feat.
So when you put it all together, the viral visuals and the incredibly meticulous sonics, what do you get? Well, you get the blueprint for the new global sound. The formula is pretty simple, but so powerful. You take a gritty and emotionally complex core, that tense, unhinged feeling we got from the Hendrix Chord, and you package it inside a sleek, polished, and just irresistibly clickable visual shell. It's basically darkness wrapped in neon.
And this really illustrates the bigger picture here. As one of our sources puts it so well, P-pop and J-pop aren't just neighbors, they're two halves of a new global sound. This fusion, this formula, it's redefining what a pop hit can even be on the world stage.
So we've seen the blueprint for the very near future, a perfect fusion of visual strategy and deep sonic storytelling. It really leaves you with one big question. If this is the formula now, what comes next? What will the next global phenomenon look and sound like?